The billionaire went completely still, his heart pounding against his chest as if it were trying to break through his shirt, when two 4-year-old twins burst through the door of the resort's presidential suite, laughing loudly as they chased a mischievous little dog that had escaped into the room. But when the children's mother stepped in right behind them, William Westbrook felt the ground disappear beneath him. He knew that face. That woman. Before we continue this journey of fate-altering reunions, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from, and what time is it for you right now? And while you're here, make sure to subscribe to our Hearts Rewritten channel, so you never miss any of our emotional stories. Let's begin. Imagine this, a paradise resort in Maui, where sunlight drips in golden tones through the palm trees and the warm Pacific breeze glides over the skin like silk. The Coral Pearl Resort, famous for its overwater bungalows, infinity pools and guests who practically breathe wealth, is the kind of place where millionaires forget their problems and believe nothing can reach them inside those walls. Linen-clad guests lounge beside an endless pool, sipping tropical drinks and discussing exclusive business deals, or simply enjoying a well-earned escape. But problems always find a way in, especially when they wear colorful sandals and are 4 years of pure mischief. Meet William Westbrook, the kind of CEO who never goes unnoticed. European, with sharp, light blue eyes, flawless posture, and a reputation that crosses oceans. His name appears on magazine covers, from business columns to society pages. He's the type of man who walks into a room and never needs to say who he is. His presence says it for him. At 36, he has turned ordinary ventures into unstoppable corporate powerhouses, and like many brilliant and lonely men, has learned to fortify his own heart. For years, the only constant companion in his life has been work. He has never known fatherhood, never allowed himself to dream about that mythical day when he might finally settle down. Family, a distant promise, mentally filed under maybe one day. So the last thing William expects to encounter during his strategic stay in Hawaii is two small forces of nature tearing through the presidential suite and calling someone Daddy. But that comes later. At exactly 2 p.m., a black executive car glides to the resort entrance. William steps out, adjusting his crisp white linen shirt with the speed of a man always ready for a meeting. He nods politely to the concierge, checks in, offers a courteous yet distant thank you, and heads to the top floor where the presidential suite awaits. A 180-degree ocean view, private butler, office space, luxury furnishings, a wine-tasting lounge, the perfect environment to finalize negotiations for his company's upcoming expansion. Meanwhile, downstairs in the lobby, Maya Hart is desperately trying to maintain some semblance of control while holding onto 2 balls of energy named Everly and Elijah. Maya, her warm, deep brown skin glowing under the resort lights, attempts a polite smile while Everly tinkers with the decorative flowers, and Elijah tries to reach a fountain to see how high it can splash. They are sweet, identical, curious-eyed, and powered by enough energy to knock down an entire city. She does not belong to that luxury world. She didn't come for glamour. She came because she won the trip as a gift from a friend. Or at least that's what she told everyone. The truth, well, that truth isn't ready to breathe yet. Maya only wanted a few quiet days away from Asheville, where she works double shifts to raise the twins. Nothing in her imagination included running into William Westbrook, let alone reviving the past she forced herself to bury. But destiny doesn't ask for permission. When a hotel staff member calls her over to correct an issue with her reservation, Maya looks away for only 2 seconds. And that's all Everly needs to spot a tiny puppy, a fluffy white ball belonging to a honeymooning couple. The dog barks and darts across the lobby. Everly goes after it. Elijah follows without thinking. Both race off laughing. No! Maya tries to grab them, but the twins have already turned the corner. The puppy shoots into a golden elevator, just as the doors begin to close. The twins rush in together. The doors close right in Maya's face. The screen flashes 7, 8, penthouse. Maya stands frozen, her heart sinking into her stomach. On the top floor, William sits in front of his laptop reviewing documents for the international expansion. The suite is silent, organized, as precise as he is, until a sharp bark echoes down the hallway. William looks up. What? Before he can investigate, the door to the suite bursts open. 2 4-year-old twins, A boy with tight curls and honey brown eyes, and a girl with the same wild hair and mischievous smile rush inside chasing the dog. They nearly slip on the marble floor. Everly shouts, "Get him!" Elijah laughs, and William Westbrook simply freezes. He stares at the scene as if someone unplugged his brain. For a moment, he is not the feared CEO, but a man with absolutely no instruction manual. Who are you?" he asks, trying to sound firm. Everly answers casually, "We're just chasing the puppy." The dog nearly knocks over an expensive glass table, and William lunges to stop the disaster. He's about to call security when the suite door opens again, and Maya runs inside. Hair messy, breathing fast, eyes full of panic. "Everly! Elijah!" she gasps in relief. But then she sees William. She stops. Her face drains of color, as if she has just seen a ghost. But not just any ghost. The one man who changed her life years ago, and never knew. The little puppy shoots across the room like a rocket. Everly runs after it, laughing loudly. Elijah stumbles with joy right behind her. Meanwhile, Maya and William remain frozen. An electric silence fills the air. Their eyes meet, and in that single instant there is more history than years of conversation could ever explain. The controlled expression of William Westbrook, the man who never falters, slips. Something flashes behind his light blue eyes, as if an old memory had been ripped straight from the back of his chest without warning. "Maya," he murmurs, his voice low, almost a breath. The impeccable CEO, the man who dominates entire boardrooms, stammers for the first time. Maya tightens her fingers around the strap of her bag, trying to catch her breath. "I had no idea that—" She swallows hard, her gaze shifting to Everly and Elijah, who are now pressing the puppy against the massive ocean view window. "They told me at the front desk there might have been a mix-up with our suite, but I didn't know it was yours." William feels his stomach drop as he looks again at the children. "You have kids?" The question escapes before he can think, and then he sees with cruel clarity, the exact curve of Everly's nose, the same one he had as a child, the focused little frown Elijah makes, the very expression William repeats daily in meetings. Enough resemblance to break through any denial. William is no fool, and certainly not blind. Maya takes a hesitant step toward him, as if searching for words and finding only silence. The air thickens, heavy. It is the moment where everything splits apart, the world before and the world after. "We need to talk, William," she finally says, her voice unsteady. "There are things you never knew about Everly and Elijah." William's chest tightens. His flawless confidence, so valuable in business, evaporates at the sight of those two small faces, so familiar and so unexpected. How had he never noticed? He anticipates corporate crises, predicts market drops, dodges scandals, but nothing, absolutely nothing, had prepared William Westbrook for this revelation. Before a single word can leave him, the puppy jumps onto his immaculate shoe. Everly bursts into laughter. Elijah claps his hands, delighted. Maya tries to pull them away, terrified of how he might react. But something shifts. William, the man who never bends for anything, slowly lowers himself to his knees. Carefully, calmly, he places his hand in front of the glass table, shielding it before the puppy crashes into it. It's a simple gesture, but to Maya, it feels like watching tectonic plates move beneath her feet. To William, it is the first time the world stops revolving solely around him. The twins keep playing, oblivious to the adult tension. Elijah giggles when the puppy tries to lick his cheek. Everly tugs on her mother's shirt, asking if they can keep the funny little dog. William leans against the velvet armchair, watching, analyzing, trying to breathe. Every detail of the children feels like a mirror. The angle of their jaws, the way their eyes sparkle when they laugh. Pieces of him. Small echoes of a life he never knew he had left behind. The question hammers violently. They're hers, but are they mine too? Maya runs a hand over her face, anxious. "I'm really sorry. Truly," she says, her voice breaking as she lifts Everly into her arms. "They saw the puppy, ran into the elevator. I tried to catch them," she exhales shakily. "I didn't mean to invade your space." William inhales slowly, trying to process all of it. Then, with a quiet gesture, he motions for her to follow him into the adjoining room, a more private space separated by tall wooden doors. "We need to talk," he says, his voice low and steady. The twins remain in the main suite, distracted by the puppy and the enormous sofa. As soon as William closes the door to the private room, he doesn't waste a second. No sugarcoating, no soft words, no escape. Where have you been all these years? The question slices through the air like lightning. No greetings. Raw, direct, irreversible. Maya's face heats instantly. Her first impulse is to defend herself, but what rises instead is guilt. That quiet guilt she has carried since the day everything changed. "William," she murmurs, barely above a whisper, "I tried to find you, truly, more than once." She hugs her bag to her chest as if needing something to hold on to. "After that night at the charity gala, remember?" Her voice falters. "I was just a production assistant. And the next day you were already on that trip to Hong Kong. When I tried calling, your number had changed. And after that you disappeared from my life in a way I couldn't reach anymore." William Westbrook sets his jaw, his expression turning hard as stone. That was 5 years ago, Maya. He begins mentally reconstructing his own timeline. The company's aggressive expansion in Asia, the endless meetings, the suffocating travel schedule. It's not that he cut ties on purpose. He simply might have never looked back. He never imagined Maya had been trying to reach him. She shrugs softly, lowering her gaze to the floor. "I found out I was pregnant shortly after," she confesses, her voice trembling. "And I wanted to tell you, I swear I did. But every path to reach you disappeared. And when you became this gigantic name, always in the media, always traveling, I lost the courage." She takes a slow breath and steps closer, as if needing to confront this all at once. "I never asked you for anything, William, nothing. I didn't ask for money, didn't look for scandal. I just didn't know how to enter your world. And with time, I convinced myself you wouldn't want to know." William's eyes shine with something dense, irritation, shock, disbelief, and a deeper feeling he can't yet name. "That decision wasn't yours alone, Maya." The sentence comes out quiet, but sharp, and then the avalanche hits. He has 2 children, 4 years old, and he wasn't there. Images crash through his mind. First steps, first words, feverish nights, birthday candles he never helped them blow out, moments that won't return, memories stolen by distance and silence, a grief he has no idea how to carry. "I'm not saying I did the right thing," Maya whispers, twisting her hands. "I was scared. You always made it clear you didn't want a family, that it wasn't part of your life." He closes his eyes for a moment. Yes, he did say that. How many times? "And now?" William asks, folding his arms in a defensive reflex. "What brought you to this resort? This place isn't exactly cheap." She exhales, guilty. "A friend got a voucher, one of those that only last a few days. I'm exhausted, William. And the kids wanted to see the ocean. It's a short trip. I never imagined I'd run into you here." The silence that follows is heavy, almost tangible. Both of them are trying to decode everything that happened, everything hidden, everything lost along the way. William glances at the closed door. Behind it, 2 children with the same intense brightness he sees when he looks in the mirror, the same jawline, the same concentrated way of observing the world. It tightens something inside him with a force he didn't expect. He clears his throat, trying to regain some control. "We need to put everything in order, Maya. You can't stay in just any room. I'll ask them to move you to a bigger suite, something safer." Even he is surprised by the instinctive, protective tone. Maya crosses her arms, her cheeks warming again. "I can't accept your money, William. I managed until now." "They are my children, Maya," he replies firm without hesitation, "and I won't allow my children to stay in anything less than the best conditions." The sentence comes out like a corporate decision, but the emotion behind it makes it anything but business. "Let me take care of things, at least while you're here." She wants to refuse, but she is exhausted, physically, emotionally, mentally, and Everly and Elijah always come first. "Okay, all right," she concedes softly. The tension shifts. Now it's something more alive, more intimate. There are dozens of questions floating in the air. What was the pregnancy like? How did they grow up? When were they born? What are their allergies, fears, routines? William feels guilt climbing up his chest. From the other side of the door, soft laughter continues, light and innocent. "I want to see them, Maya," he says, almost a whisper. "I want to talk to them, if you think it's time." She nods. "Of course, but slowly. They're only 4. It's a lot, for them, and for me too." When William opens the door, The scene is both chaotic and enchanting. The living room has become an improvised playground. Everly and Elijah have built a mountain of pillows, while the puppy races around like it drank 10 cups of coffee. As they walk in, Elijah looks boldly at William. "Who are you?" The words come out jumbled, the way only little kids can speak, irresistibly innocent. William steps forward carefully. He looks enormous next to the boy, but his voice comes out soft. "I'm William," he begins, trying to smile. "And He glances at Maya, who gives him a tiny encouraging nod, but the word dad sticks. It feels too big, too fast, too terrifying. Elijah already loses interest in the strange pause. He starts tugging the puppy's leash, laughing. Everly approaches Maya slowly, but keeps her eyes on William, those big, attentive eyes studying everything. "For your house is really pretty," she says, serious as a tiny adult. William feels a sharp pang in his chest. "Thank you," he replies with a faint smile. "But it's just a place where grown-ups work way too much." She wrinkles her nose, confused. "Are we in trouble?" Everly asks, worried. "Because the dog ran in here." Before Maya can answer, William kneels down to her level. "No, sweetheart, you're not in trouble. You just scared us when you ran off like that without warning." Her face relaxes a little. Elijah pulls on William's blazer sleeve, excited. "Explorer dog." William lets out a genuine smile. "That's right, a great explorer," he says, giving the puppy a quick pat. Maya's phone vibrates in her bag, breaking the soft moment. She sighs. "Must be about the room," she explains, stepping away to answer. For a few moments, William is alone with the two little ones. Everly looks out the massive window. "Is that the real ocean?" she asks, mesmerized. "It is," William replies. "Have you swum in it yet?" "Not yet," she says brightly. "Mommy said maybe tomorrow, if the waves behave." Her eyes sparkle. William straightens his posture, jaw tight, as if trying to reorganize his own mind. He has never felt so off balance. A flood of questions crashes into him all at once, destroying any clear reasoning. What are they allergic to? What do they like to eat? Do they sleep with a nightlight on? Which story do they ask for before bed? What scares them? The truth hits him like a strong wave against the rocks. Everly and Elijah are half him, and he knows almost nothing about them. A man who spent his entire life controlling everything, schedules, contracts, entire markets, now has to face the one area where he had no voice. The last 4 years. He can't change the past, but he can decide what to do from here on, and try not to fail again. The door opens and Maya returns, slipping her phone into her bag. "They arranged a new suite for me at the end of the hall," she says carefully, almost shyly, without mentioning because of you. "I'll take the kids to settle in, and maybe tomorrow we can talk more calmly." "Tomorrow," William repeats, nodding. "Let me know if you need anything. Really, anything." The words come out stronger than he intended, revealing more than he wished. His gaze drifts to Everly and Elijah, now completely fascinated as they try to stop the puppy from destroying a pillow. For a brief second, Maya's expression softens. She sees what lies behind that impeccable facade. Not just the flawless CEO, but the confused, worried man struggling to understand his new place in the world. Maybe fatherhood was never in his plans. But the look in William's eyes, that mixture of fear and protectiveness, is impossible to ignore. "Thank you," she whispers, vulnerable in a way she hasn't allowed herself to be in years. The twins say goodbye with the crooked spontaneity only children have. Everly raises her tiny hand in a shy wave. Elijah, bolder, repeats cheerfully, "Bye, William," as if they've been friends for ages. Soon the hallway fills with small footsteps, the puppy and its owners, and Maya leading the children away until they disappear around the corner. The silence left behind is immense. Alone again, William stands at the center of the luxurious suite, mind spiraling. Spreadsheets, meetings, contracts, all meaningless for a moment. He can only see Elijah's bright eyes, Everly's soft, curious voice, and the unexpected ache for every year he didn't live with them. The emotional armor he always relied on feels fragile. He is a father, and that realization is both overwhelming and strangely alive. With a long exhale, William sinks into the nearest armchair. From now on, he knows, nothing, absolutely nothing, will ever be the same. He barely sleeps that night. Long after Maya, Everly, and Elijah left, the expansive penthouse suite feels far too large, echoing with a kind of emptiness he has never known. He paces back and forth, then leans against the window, watching the silver ocean under the moonlight. On any other night he would be buried in reports, market updates, calls with investors. But his phone rests on the table, untouched. Every time he closes his eyes, he sees the children, their curiosity, their innocence, the way they smile without holding anything back, and he feels a tightness in his chest he can't explain. Only in the early hours of dawn, exhausted, does he fall asleep on the sofa. When the soft morning light pours into the suite, William wakes with the sensation that everything is being exposed, including what he ignored for years. A silent reminder. There is more than business, profits, and goals. Now there is what he silently called the business of fatherhood, and he is starting at level 0. By 7 a.m. he's already showered, white shirt immaculate, sleeves rolled with precise symmetry. The habits are the same, but his mind is somewhere else. He takes a sip of espresso, tries to read the headlines, fails miserably. Finally, he picks up the phone. "Front desk, how may I assist you?" The attendant answers. "I need to check something," William replies in a tone that tries to be objective, but wavers. Maya, I don't know her last name." The admission irritates him deeply. In his memory, she was simply that reserved woman who worked behind the scenes at the charity gala. "Ms. Maya Hart, sir," the attendant replies. "She's in suite 123. Would you like to send something?" He hesitates. A man accustomed to million-dollar decisions. Indecisive over a simple gesture. "Yes, breakfast for 4. Something kids would like. Fruit, cereal, something light." He tries to sound confident, but it's painfully clear he's improvising in the role of father. "Perfect, sir. We'll notify Miss Hart." When he hangs up, he stays still for a few seconds. Was it too much? Too little? He wants to get closer, but without being intrusive. Part of him wants to go to her door himself. The other part knows that would only overwhelm her. He takes a deep breath. Being a father, he realizes, is not a decision. It's a learning process. Minutes later, his phone vibrates. A message from the front desk. "Ms. Hart thanks you for the breakfast. She suggested meeting you at the pool lounge at 10 a.m. if it's convenient." The relief that washes over William is almost palpable. She didn't push him away. She wants to talk. He checks the time. 2 hours to go. He tries opening his laptop, answering emails, but his eyes keep drifting to the door. Every small sound in the hallway could be Everly or Elijah running. At 9:55, he's already at the pool lounge. The warm breeze sways the palm trees. Staff move around, offering towels and colorful juices. The ocean glimmers as if polished for that morning. The semi-private lounge sat slightly above the main pool, offering a wide view of the ocean shimmering under the morning sun. Down below, guests in wide-brimmed hats lounged as if the world were moving in slow motion. But up here, William was alone, alert, restless, scanning for Maya, Everly, and Elijah. He spots them first. Maya appears wearing a light summer dress in soft pastel tones, her curly hair tied back, simply but elegantly. The children walk beside her, each holding one of her hands, their tiny sandals tapping excitedly against the floor. Both look around in awe, mesmerized by the way the water sparkles from all directions. William's breath falters for a moment. It's the first time he really sees them in daylight. Yesterday had been all shock, impact, confusion. Now, they're simply 2 4-year-olds discovering a new corner of the world. When they see him, Everly offers a cautious wave. Elijah, much bolder, beams and quickens his steps, tugging Maya's hand so they can reach William faster. William forces a gentle smile, doing his best not to add to the tension Maya is clearly trying to manage. "Good morning," she greets, a little formal. "Thank you for the breakfast. They were amazed by the mini waffles." "It was my pleasure," William replies calmly, but his eyes return immediately to the children. "So how are you two doing?" he says, reminding himself not to lean too far so he doesn't look overwhelmingly tall. Elijah steps forward proudly, showing off a seashell necklace he must have found somewhere in the resort. Everly remains slightly behind, hugging a plush mermaid, though she never takes her eyes off William. They settle near a small table in the lounge. A server, clearly informed about the presence of children, brings colorful smoothies topped with decorative fruit. Elijah becomes fascinated with the tiny paper umbrella attached to the cup. Everly watches everything quietly, observing the world with the cautious curiosity of someone still deciding whether it's safe to trust. "They've never been to a place like this," Maya comments softly, her eyes still on her children. "Thank you for arranging everything. For them, this is new." William only nods. The idea that his own children grew up in a completely different reality than his shakes something deep inside him. It's a mix of guilt, relief that Maya carried everything on her own, and a sincere desire to make up for every lost minute. "Tell me about them," he asks in a whisper. "And about you too. What has all of this been like?" Maya exhales tiredly. "Where do I start?" she murmurs. "We live in a small apartment. I work at a community center. It's not glamorous, but it pays the bills and lets me be with them at the right hours." She looks at Everly, stirring her smoothie as if it were an imaginary microphone. Then at Elijah, trying to open and close the paper umbrella. "Everly makes up songs around the living room all day," she says with a faint smile. "Elijah is quieter, but he's always inventing stories for his toy cars and blocks. They're wonderful kids, William. Truly, each word seems to reach a locked place in his heart." "I don't doubt that," he murmurs. He watches them, absorbing details, trying to memorize the sound of their laughter, the way they move their hands, their way of looking at things. Maya studies him quietly, as if evaluating how far this sincerity goes, and she sees something new, a longing he didn't know he had, an honest desire to be present. "They've asked about their father," she admits softly. "I never knew how to explain. I told them you were far away, working a lot." William's stomach tightens. "I'm sorry you had to face everything alone," he says, his voice rough. "But I need to be clear. I want to be part of their lives now. This isn't impulsive. It's necessary. I need to know them." Maya's gaze wavers. "I want that too, for them," she admits. "But I'm scared, William. Your life is huge. Theirs is small. I don't want them to get hurt if you disappear." "I know," he finishes, firm. "And that's not what I intend. My schedule is heavy, but I can adjust it. They deserve that." She twists her straw thoughtfully. "All right," she concedes at last, "but slowly. They need time. Maybe we can do something simple together. A first experience. For them to get used to you." William's face brightens subtly. "The beach," he suggests. "They haven't gone yet, right? I can help build sandcastles, or try. I assume kids like that." He speaks like someone unsure of what is obvious, and it draws a small involuntary smile from Maya. She remembers how he was always direct, but strangely endearing once he stepped outside his comfort zone. "They love sandcastles," she confirms. "If you're free this morning, we can go. I just need to keep an eye on them. They can't go past the shallow water." She feels she's over-explaining, but he simply nods with meticulous seriousness. "All right? Understood." Elijah tugs on Maya's dress. "Sand?" he asks hopefully. Everly hugs her plush mermaid and smiles. Their pure happiness melts something inside William. He breathes in slowly. "So, shall we?" he says, clearing his throat. He stands and extends a hand to Elijah, who takes it without hesitation. Maya lifts Everly into her arms, and together the four of them walk across the lounge toward the elevator that leads directly to the white sand. For the first time, William notices curious stares, some recognizing the CEO from financial magazines, but surprisingly, he doesn't care. Today, what matters is the tiny hand holding his. They step onto the stretch of sand where elegant umbrellas and lounge chairs line the beach. A reserved VIP area offers more space and privacy, something William silently appreciates. A quieter corner seems like the perfect spot for Everly and Elijah to feel safe. The moment their feet touch the warm sand, Elijah bolts toward the ocean, stepping as if testing completely new territory. Everly shrieks when the cool water reaches her toes and clings to Maya's leg for reassurance. William approaches, rolling up the cuffs of his dress pants. Clearly he hadn't left the suite dressed for playing at the beach. Still, he walks into the water up to his ankles, feeling the gentle push and pull of the waves. He looks down and finds Elijah completely absorbed, collecting seashells with near-professional focus. Everly, more cautious, lets go of Maya's dress and reaches for William's hand, using him for balance. That simple gesture hits William like a warm shock. They begin building their first sandcastle, or rather, a wobbly tower that collapses every few seconds. Elijah bursts into laughter, Everly squeals with excitement, and William catches himself laughing too. He tries to remember how to do it properly, the way he did in some distant childhood. How to make the sand firm. He presses too hard, collapses everything, rebuilds, tests again, like an executive trying to learn an entirely new game. The children find it absolutely brilliant. A little farther back, Maya watches in surprise. She has never seen William so unguarded. His hands are covered in sand, his shirt out of place, his light hair tousled by the salty wind. Every so often he looks at her with an almost childlike expression, as if asking silently, "Am I doing this right?" She simply nods and offers gentle instructions. "Add a little more water. Don't press so hard. Let the sand settle." The twins run along the shoreline, returning with more shells to decorate their fortress. After nearly an hour, the four of them step back to admire their creation, a crooked, slightly sagging, slightly melting sandcastle. Elijah sticks a tiny leaf at the top, turning it into an improvised flag. Everly claps proudly. "It's huge," she celebrates. In truth, the castle isn't bigger than one of William's leather suitcases, but to them, it's a fairy tale palace. They head to the beach shower to rinse the excess sand. William kneels without complaint, helping clean their feet, holding each one carefully. He, who always hated things out of place, realizes that simply doesn't matter anymore. What matters now is Everly's giggle when the water tickles her toes, and Elijah's wild theories about how next time the castle needs a moat with imaginary sharks. Beside them, Maya watches William handle the children with a patience she never expected from him. Her apprehension eases just a little. Maybe he can adjust if that's truly what he wants. They return to the resort lounges, where an attendant has already placed clean towels and cold drinks. The twins practically collapse onto the cushions, laughing, their cheeks rosy from the sun. William straightens and exchanges a glance with Maya. His chest tightens with a strange blend of joy and grief. Joy at being present, grief for all the similar moments he missed. But perhaps, and this is the first of many, he sits on the edge of the lounger near the twins, while Maya settles beside him, sharing the same shade and breeze. There is a quiet understanding between them. They are opening a new path, fragile, uncertain, but real. "That was really nice," Maya says softly, just for him. "Seeing them laugh like that, seeing you like that." William nods, glancing at Elijah, who has already fallen asleep with his face squished against a fluffy towel, and at Everly, carefully braiding her mermaid doll's hair with her still clumsy fingers. "It really was," he agrees. And with a new firmness in his voice, he adds, "We're going to do this again, many times." A spark of hope flickers in Maya's eyes, timid but genuine. "We will," she says. "More days like this." Above them, the sun climbs lazily across the sky, as if announcing a day full of new possibilities. There, in that quiet corner of Maui, a man, a woman, and two children share a moment that speaks of old wounds, second chances, and a family that might be beginning to form, if they're brave enough to trust again. When William returns to the suite after that morning on the beach, a different kind of energy settles over him, a mix of excitement and unease. He has just spent nearly 2 hours building sandcastles and chasing 4-year-olds who kept inching too close to the breaking waves. In his world, that practically didn't exist. And yet, it was more fulfilling than many multi-million-dollar deals he's closed. He stands before the panoramic window, looking down at the beach. He can still see the mosaic of colorful umbrellas and scattered towels. Somewhere in that landscape, Maya is likely taking the twins back to their room, getting them ready for their afternoon nap. If he tries hard enough, he can almost imagine Everly's hat bouncing between the chairs, and that simple image tightens something in his chest. He already wants to see them again. A firm knock pulls him from his thoughts. "Come in," he says, snapping back into his usual posture. His assistant, Cole Parker, steps into the doorway, immaculate as always, crisp shirt, composed expression, phone in hand. "Sir," he begins, in his usual professional tone, "I returned your calls and reorganized the afternoon schedule to include the investment meetings. There's also been movement in the merger with Darlington." William releases a slow breath. Just hours ago, the Darlington deal had been the week's top priority. Now, it feels like just another item on an overly long list. But the empire he built doesn't run on its own. "All right, update me," he says, squaring his shoulders. Cole checks the screen. "They want to accelerate the timeline, but regulators raised concerns about possible monopoly in the region. You may need to travel next week for a round of in-person negotiations. I see, William replies, already visualizing the schedule in his mind. Review the options, just don't confirm any flights until I make some personal adjustments. The word personal nearly trips on his tongue. Before, anything outside work felt irrelevant. Now, it doesn't. Cole's eyes flicker with curiosity, but he says nothing. As you wish, sir. Should I book a meeting room here at the resort for your call with Darlington this afternoon? William massages the back of his neck. Yes, but keep the meeting short. I have a new responsibility with my family. The last words sound foreign, even to him. Just a quick conference. Let them know I have other urgent matters. Cole's eyebrow lifts slightly, which, coming from him, is almost shock. Of course, Mr. Westbrook. Anything else you need? He's used to watching William revolve the entire world around business. Seeing him prioritize time with children is something entirely new. William hesitates, then decides, yes, contact Sterling Hawthorne, my attorney. I want to discuss paternity matters, and do it discreetly. He can't rely solely on beautiful beach moments. If Everly and Elijah are truly his children, and every gesture of theirs seems to confirm it, there's a long list of serious matters to address: inheritance, documentation, future responsibilities, custody. William's head spins just thinking about it. Cole gives a respectful nod and leaves, closing the door softly behind him, leaving the CEO alone with a very different kind of challenge. Not a corporate merger, but the beginning of a family one. The door closes slowly, muffling the sounds from the hallway. William stands still for a few seconds, staring at the ocean through the tall windows. His hands slip into his pockets, his chest heavy. Business has always been the terrain where he knows exactly how to walk. Clear rules, defined goals, calculable risks. But fatherhood, it is the complete opposite. Unpredictable, intimidating, and somehow, everything he never knew, he was missing. He breathes deeply, forcing himself to focus. First meetings, then speaking to Sterling, and if everything goes well, then maybe he'll see Everly and Elijah later at dinner. Just the thought pulls an involuntary smile from him. By mid-afternoon, William is in a private conference room, one of the resort's executive areas. Glass walls overlook a pond filled with colorful koi swimming among tropical flowers. Across the table, a large screen displays Darlington's team on a video call. Beside him sits Cole, tablet in hand, attentive, capturing every detail. As soon as we get regulatory clearance, we'll move into national distribution, one of Darlington's attorneys says, his voice echoing through the speakers. William responds with his usual sharp precision, but between short intervals he glances at the clock, and he wonders, did Elijah nap after the beach? Is he playing with his plastic cars? Is Everly singing something while she colors? Do they think about him at all? Probably not. They're little, but the question insists on returning. Mr. Westbrook, the attorney's voice snaps him back. William straightens instantly. We'll keep everything within legal limits, he replies firmly. I want full compliance. Nothing that ties my name to irregularities. Schedule another call for Monday. That's all for today. The meeting ends without incident. William disconnects the screen and rubs his temples. Beside him, Cole packs up the equipment. You seem out of your usual rhythm, sir, Cole says politely. Hopefully everything is all right. William holds his breath for a second. Cole is someone he trusts deeply, but he's not ready to expose his new reality. I'm fine, Cole. Just personal changes. The assistant nods respectfully, without pressing. Would you like me to organize your afternoon agenda? William rises, deciding right then, yes, block my afternoons and early evenings. No corporate dinners, no back-to-back calls, mornings only for essential matters. Cole's surprise is obvious, but he simply writes it down. Of course, sir, anything else? William hesitates for a moment. Call Sterling Hawthorne. I need to handle some family matters, and do it discreetly. Cole Parker nods and exits. Later, William walks through the resort's interior garden. Tropical foliage casts elegant shadows across the ground as he finally hears his attorney's voice on the phone. So you have 2 4-year-olds, and you believe they're yours? Sterling Hawthorne asks, professional yet clearly surprised. Based on what Maya told me, yes, William replies, and they're very similar to me. I have no doubts. All right. Sterling's tone shifts into technical mode. Given your position and assets, I recommend a formal paternity test, just to protect everything moving forward. William tightens his grip on the wooden railing beside him. I don't want to scare Maya by bringing lawyers and documents out of nowhere, but I need to do what's right. In that case, Sterling continues, you two can sign an initial parental agreement covering financial support and visitation. Something simple, low pressure. Later, we can discuss official custody if needed. William feels his chest tighten as he remembers the resilient exhaustion on Maya's face. I want to be present, he says firmly. I wasn't before because I didn't know. Now that I know, I won't run from this. A respectful silence follows. I'll prepare everything discreetly, Sterling says. I'll send you the drafts. They end the call. Back inside the resort, William asks the front desk where Maya is. Ms. Hart is in the children's area, Mr. Westbrook, the attendant replies. That alone lights something inside him. He follows the colorful hallway to the kids' room. Through the glass door, he sees a scene that squeezes his chest. Maya helping a staff member organize colored pencils. Everly sitting with her tongue sticking out, coloring with adorable concentration. Elijah hugging a giant plush dolphin, kicking his little legs. It's so simple and so devastating. He walks in. Everly spots him first and squeals, William. A green streak ends up across the mural when she waves too enthusiastically. Maya looks up, a soft smile. Hi, she says. I wasn't expecting you now. My meeting ended early, he replies, stepping closer. I wondered if I could borrow you all for a while talk, all of us. He glances at Elijah, teasing. I promise it's not too boring. The boy runs to him and tugs on his pant leg. Everly follows, showing him her scribbled drawing, something like a rainbow and maybe a crooked castle. William kneels to see it better. After helping the kids gather their drawings, Maya grabs their little backpacks, and the four head to a quiet lounge with large windows reflecting the blue sea. The children settle onto the sofa with their toys. Maya looks at him, waiting. He takes a deep breath. I spoke with my attorney. We need to formalize everything, William says quietly. The paternity test is just a protocol. Before Maya can respond, he lifts a hand. Not because I doubt you. I never have. I just want to do everything right. For them. Maya takes a slow breath. There's discomfort, but also understanding. I get it. I never lied about the kids. If that's what's officially required, I won't stand in the way. The tension in William's shoulders eases. Thank you. He watches the twins playing with the giant dolphin and the mermaid. I also want to help financially. I want to be part of their lives at your pace. I know this changes everything too fast. Maya follows his gaze, fear still tucked beneath the surface. They deserve to know their father. I was just afraid their lives would turn into a battle, or that you'd leave. Therefore, they get attached easily. William moves his hand closer to hers without touching. I'm here. I'll adjust my schedule, but I won't disappear. And if you agree, I can travel less, or you can come with me sometimes. I just don't want to lose any more time. Maya exhales, cautious. All right, but slowly. No changing their routine out of nowhere. Thank you, he repeats, his gratitude genuine. They watch Elijah make the dolphin devour the mermaid while Everly laughs loudly. They're incredible, William murmurs. And maybe we could have dinner together tonight? Maya gives a small, amused smile. Dinner might be chaos. They don't sit still for a minute. Chaos, he repeats, smiling. I think I can handle that. For the first time, they laugh together. A little later, William walks them to the hallway. Everly tugs Elijah's arm and whispers excitedly, We're having dinner with William. A new sense of purpose pulses in him. The sun sets over the ocean as they arrive at the reserved restaurant. The table is perfect. Fresh flowers at the center, windows revealing a golden sea. William adjusts his shirt cuffs, more nervous than in any multi-million-dollar negotiation. Maya appears with the twins, Everly in a seashell-patterned dress, Elijah in a shirt with sharks on it. They step inside, wide-eyed, as if entering a palace. Welcome, William says, smiling. He prepared booster seats, a children's menu, adapted options. The twins light up immediately. William, do you swim with sharks? Elijah asks. William chuckles. No, but I've been in rough waters. He thinks ironically of business meetings. Maybe one day I'll see a real shark. Elijah's eyes shine as if he just heard the most thrilling thing in the world. "I want to see a big one," he exclaims. "Only if it's friendly," Everly adds. William looks at Maya, who laughs softly. "They love animals, but they're always torn between loving them and being scared," she explains. "First they ask if it's cute, then they ask if it bites." William looks at Maya. She smiles. And for a moment everything feels possible. Maya tucks a strand of hair behind her ear, more relaxed than in the previous days, as the first dishes arrive. Everly and Elijah nearly explode with joy at the colorful fruit platter. Their innocent mess is so charming it even draws smiles from the waitstaff. William tries to help Everly with her tiny fork, fails awkwardly, and Maya shows him the right way. Little by little, everything between them begins to feel natural, almost comfortable. The children start talking non-stop. Everly pulls a seashell from her pocket. Elijah recounts adventures with the giant dolphin. William listens with genuine attention, asking questions about colors, games, and drawings, lost in their excitement. Amid laughter and silent glances exchanged between William and Maya, both alert for possible tantrums, the meal moves along surprisingly smoothly. "Tell me more about your work," William asks, cutting his fish calmly. Maya wipes Everly's face and answers, "At the community center, I organize tutoring, literacy programs, workshops, whatever the neighborhood needs. It's not glamorous, but it makes a difference, and it lets me stay close to them." William realizes how little he knows about her life, and how much he admires her dedication. That must be incredibly important. She sighs. Sometimes the bills get tight. Rent, childcare, but we manage. He watches the twins switching plates and tries to offer financial help, but he freezes. Money was always easy for him, except with her. Maya understands. "When everything is formalized, I'll accept whatever benefits them. I just never wanted to depend on you out of obligation." Her honesty tightens his throat. "I know, and I'm sorry you had to do everything alone." At that moment, Elijah sends sauce flying everywhere while trying to twirl spaghetti. William panics, but Maya just laughs. That lightness completely disarms him. Then Everly climbs down from her chair, walks to him, and presses her mermaid doll against his arm. "William, can she sit with you?" His heart almost melts. "Of course." She sits beside him, leaning her tiny body lightly against his, completely comfortable. Maya watches, surprised at how quickly this bond has formed. The conversation shifts to cartoons, silly songs, and giant trucks, and William participates with the same seriousness he uses to discuss multi-million-dollar mergers, because to them, these things matter. When mini Sundays arrive, the twins cheer. William watches every messy smile as if storing each one in memory. Maya intercepts a spoonful of whipped cream Everly attempts to catapult at her brother, turning impending chaos into laughter. Minutes later, sleep wins. Elijah slumps in his chair. Everly yawns and leans against him. "Time to go," Maya whispers. When Maya tries to lift her, Everly clings to William's neck and refuses to let go. Maya is surprised, but lets it happen. In the hallway, he carries the little girl, feeling her warm weight against his chest, while Elijah holds his mother's hand. At the suite door, Maya offers a thankful smile. "Thank you for today. They loved it." William hesitates. "Can I say good night?" "Of course." He touches Everly's hair gently. "Good night, princess." "Good night, William," she murmurs, lifting a sleepy little hand. The door closes. He stands there for a moment, absorbing that rare peace, something all his wealth had never been able to buy. Only then does he turn and head back to his suite, the sea and city lights shimmering like jewels in the distance. The next night, William finds himself sunk into the suite sofa, trying to mentally organize everything he'll need to face, scheduling the DNA test, speaking with his attorney, discussing with Maya a real plan for the twins' future, visitation, financial support, routine. The logistics look like a board full of arrows, but for the first time, there is calm. The memory of Everly holding onto his arm and Elijah fighting sleep makes him realize that fatherhood is a kind of wealth no contract has ever brought him. He falls asleep thinking less about business and more about bedtime stories. It feels strange, but also like the next right step. The following morning, he's on the balcony, listening to Sterling explain the exam details, while the Maui sun lights up the sea. Even being certain of the result, the weight of the formality unsettles him. "The technician can come to the resort clinic," Sterling explains. "It's quick and discreet." "Is Maya in agreement?" "Yes." "After that, You decide on any formal acknowledgement. William schedules it for the next day and asks for a draft agreement. When he hangs up, the whole process feels cold, but necessary. He doesn't want Everly and Elijah to grow up without clarity about his role. A knock at the door pulls him from his thoughts. He opens it and finds Maya. She steps in, fingers interlaced, her expression firm but gentle. "I hope I'm not interrupting," she says. "Not at all." They sit on the sofa. "Where are the kids?" "In the children's area. Elijah said he needs to make a giant shark." William smiles. Maya smooths her hair before speaking. "I wanted to talk alone. Not about the test, I'm fine with that. What I want is to make sure we're thinking the same about what comes after. I don't want them caught in any fighting." William leans forward. "I don't want that either. I'm not seeking full custody or anything drastic. You've been their whole world for 4 years. She exhales, her shoulders easing. "I want them to build a bond with you, but they need rhythm. If we throw them straight into your life full of travel, it'll be too much." He knows she's right. "What do you suggest? When we go back, we keep our routine in Asheville. If you want to visit, we can plan weekends. I'm not quitting my job or giving up our apartment." She lifts her gaze, very clear. "I'm not moving into your house, William." He almost laughs, not mockingly but with recognition. "I didn't expect that. It's too soon. But if one day you want a bigger place, I can help. Financially," she finishes. "Maybe someday, but in steps." He nods. Her caution frustrates him a little, but also calms him. Losing 4 years makes part of him want to run. But running now would be wrong. "The test is tomorrow at 9? "Yes. We'll go together so they don't get scared." "Elijah hates doctors," she adds with a tired smile. "But stickers help. I can help with toy trucks," he suggests. "That would work." She takes a breath. "Thank you for handling everything this way. I thought you'd explode." I was in shock. And angry too. But after looking at them, I can't stay stuck in that. I just want to do what's right. There is a new softness in her eyes. Maya stands. "I need to pick them up. We'll meet tomorrow?" "Agreed." He opens the door. Before she steps out, he says, "Thank you for everything you've done for them. I know it wasn't easy." She meets his gaze, emotional. They're worth every effort. When she disappears down the hallway, William remains still, feeling reality settle around him. Tomorrow everything will be official on paper, even though his heart had already recognized Everly and Elijah from the very first glance. It's a step for them, for her, and unexpectedly, for himself. The night passes like a blur in William's mind. He walks through the resort corridors talking about profits and projections, but everything feels distant. With every pause, his thoughts return to Everly's timid smile, Elijah's explosive laughter, and Maya's steady yet vulnerable expression when she talked about their children. When he returns to the suite, he's exhausted and even more conflicted inside. He sleeps poorly, waking at dawn with his heart racing. The paternity test is simple, but it symbolizes something enormous. The official confirmation of what he already feels in his chest. At 9 o'clock, he's at the resort's small clinic, decorated with murals of colorful reefs. Moments later, Maya arrives holding the twins' hands. Everly clutching her mermaid, Elijah carrying his plush shark. "My shark expert," William says, ruffling the boy's hair. The technician, warm and friendly, assures them, "No needles, I promise. Just a little tickle on the cheek." Maya goes first, then William. Everly watches the entire process with wide, serious eyes, as if witnessing something decisive. Elijah is brave. Everly is hesitant, but resolute. "All done," the technician announces. "Results in 24 to 48 hours. Outside, Maya exhales in relief. Elijah continues clinging to William's shirt. "Now we wait," he says. "Yeah, it'll feel more real," she murmurs. When Everly lifts her head and whispers, "Hungry?" William smiles. "Breakfast?" Maya hesitates for a second, then nods. The resort's casual dining area is warm and welcoming, full of families. Everly lights up at the sight of pancakes. Elijah points excitedly at absolutely everything in the buffet. William helps them choose, avoiding too much sugar this early in the day. Seated at the table, the moment feels so natural, it almost looks like daily life. Maya shares little secrets from their routine. Elijah hiding toy cars in his pillow, Everly humming softly until she falls asleep. William listens like someone trying to recover 4 lost years. And Maya notices something new. William's presence sparks something bright in Elijah's eyes, while Everly, more reserved, slowly drags her chair closer to him. When they finish, Everly appears beside William, holding a small pink flower. "For you," she whispers. He accepts the flower with extraordinary gentleness. "Thank you, Everly." Maya's tears almost spill, but she steadies herself. "We need to let William get on with his day," she says. "We have a hike at noon." "Hike!" Elijah shouts, making everyone laugh. William slips the flower into his pocket with almost reverent care. "I'll see you later," he says, looking first at Maya, then the twins. "Thanks for breakfast," she replies. They share a brief smile, full of meaning. As Maya walks away with the children, William remains still, feeling the soft weight of the tiny flower, a physical symbol of the new role forming inside him. The test results will come soon, but they're no longer the center of the matter. He already knows the truth. Another day passes at the resort, blending business with precious moments with the twins. At first glance, it looks like a vacation, but underneath, everyone is waiting for the official confirmation that will change 4 lives. The next morning, William tries to work on the balcony, but he reads the same sentence 3 times without absorbing it. Maybe today. Maybe everything changes today. His phone vibrates. The front desk informs him that Maya and the children are going to have a picnic on the beach, and that he's invited. His heart reacts before his mind does. William smiles at the care Maya showed by including him. He pockets his phone and studies his reflection. Light, relaxed clothes, far from his usual CEO attire, but perfect for following children who love sand and ocean. At noon, he walks along the path lined with tropical flowers until he reaches the family beach area. Maya is sitting under a beach umbrella, while Everly and Elijah crouch in the sand, observing a hermit crab. Lauren Pierce is chatting with her. When William approaches, Maya smiles. "Hi," he says, a little awkward. "Ampty, interrupting the picnic?" Maya shakes her head with a gentle smile. "Not at all. We were just getting started on the sandwiches." Lauren steps away, leaving the 4 of them alone. William kneels beside the children and watches the crab. "Look, William," Elijah exclaims. "Nice little house," he jokes. Everly giggles quietly. Maya convinces the twins to return the crab to the sand, and Elijah does so carefully, whispering, "Bye." Everly stays close to William's leg, and he realizes he's living something he would have missed entirely if he weren't here. Maya opens the cooler with sandwiches and fruit. "Nothing gourmet," she comments. "I like simple things," he says, sitting in the sand. Elijah settles between them. Everly eats her apple lying on her stomach. The kids talk about turtles, the monitors, and the mean seagull. The breeze plays with Maya's tied-back hair. At one point, Elijah ends up practically in William's lap, and William holds him instinctively. Maya watches, emotional. Then her phone vibrates. Maya checks the screen, and her expression shifts. "It's the clinic," she says. William stands with her. He hears fragments of the call. "Yes, okay, thank you." When she hangs up, she puts the phone away with a trembling hand. "Well?" he asks. A small smile appears. "What we already knew. You're the father." He exhales slowly. The confirmation is both heavy and relieving. "Now it's official," he says. "Yes, Sterling will guide everything. We'll sign whatever is needed, but slowly. The kids don't need to see lawyers involved." "I agree," he assures her. "I want what's best for them. And for you too." She touches his arm lightly. "Thank you. For now. Let them play." The sound of the waves fills the silence. The phase of doubt is over. Only one truth remains unquestionable. Everly and Elijah Westbrook. Maya decides to get some space. William offers to take the twins to the kids' club. She agrees on the condition that he returns in half an hour. On the way, Elijah narrates everything he sees. Everly, quieter, watches William with growing trust. Inside the kids' club, they run off to play, but Everly looks back once. He waves. Now alone again, William walks to a quiet courtyard. He sits among hibiscus plants, feeling the phone's weight in his hand. He calls Sterling. "Confirmed," he says. Sterling congratulates him and explains the next steps. Formal acknowledgement, custody agreement, financial support. He suggests updating the will. "I know," William replies. "We'll take care of it. Thank you." When he hangs up, he remains seated in silence. Between the scent of flowers and the distant echo of children playing, he feels his life changing permanently. and for the first time, the change doesn't scare him. It only moves him. William remains on the mosaic bench, his phone resting on his thigh. Sterling's words, "the best deal you've ever closed," echo in his mind, but he knows fatherhood isn't a contract. Still, it's a massive shift. He thinks of Elijah, always chattering, and of the little pink flower Everly gave him. They don't care about mergers or boardrooms. They care about bedtime stories, about someone who holds their hands. With that thought, he stands. He needs to talk to Maya, calmly, and build a path that won't turn the children's world upside down, but will let him be part of the family he never knew he had. When he returns to the kids' club, he finds Elijah and Everly painting cardboard fish covered in bright, messy colors. "It's a huge shark," Elijah announces, showing something that looks like a round blob with teeth. Everly reveals a glittery mermaid. William praises them both, helps remove their aprons, washes their hands, and laughs at the bubbles that make Everly giggle. They walk out with glitter still stuck to their cheeks. Maya is waiting at the entrance. Her look silently asks if he called Sterling. He answers with a small nod. In the courtyard, Everly yawns. Elijah fights sleep. Maya lifts them, and William helps, carrying Everly. "In the next few days, we'll take care of the paperwork," she says. "Slowly," he replies. "Just the essentials first." She exhales. "Thank you for not pressuring me. All of this is new for me." In the elevator, Everly sleeps on his shoulder. Elijah dozes on Maya's. Inside the suite, William lays Everly down gently while Maya settles Elijah. In the living room, he speaks quietly. Sterling is preparing the acknowledgement document. After that, we'll discuss visitation and finances. Maya crosses her arms, vulnerable. "I'll accept help, but I don't want it to look like I came to you for money." "I know," he says. "It's an investment in their future." She nods. "About visitation, I'd prefer you come to Asheville at first. I don't want them traveling every month." His chest tightens, but he understands. "I'll come to you, and in the future we can think about a place with a room just for them." Her eyes soften. "We'll talk about it," she replies. Maya suggests he return to his suite. "I'll stop by later," he says. "Maybe a simple dinner." She smiles. "I'd like that." "They would too. You make them happy, William." "They make me happy too," he murmurs. In the hallway, everything feels meaningful. Being a father isn't a document, it's presence, it's chaos and beauty. Back in his suite, he feels a new kind of hope. The sun covers Maui in gold, but he can't focus on work. The intercom rings. It's Cole, holding a folder. "Paternity acknowledgement documents." William thanks him. "Your call with the Asia board is in 20 minutes. Would you like to reschedule?" "Reschedule 2 hours," William answers without thinking. He opens the folder, reads the pages. He could sign them now, but he doesn't. He closes it. He's going to sign with Maya together, officializing the family they're building. William decides he won't overwhelm Maya with his corporate decisiveness. On the penthouse balcony, the Pacific breeze stirs his hair as he thinks of the twins. Whether they've woken up, whether they're at the kids' club, whether they're running across the beach. In just a few days, he already misses them. The sky deepens with evening colors, and the tension he feels doesn't come from boards or mergers, but from anticipation. A soft knock at the door. Maya appears with Everly and Elijah, each holding one of her hands. "Hi," she says. "We thought we'd see if you wanted to have dinner with us or if you're busy." "Not a chance," William replies, stepping aside. He crouches to tie Elijah's shoelace, a gesture he wouldn't have known how to do a week ago. Elijah runs to the window. Everly stays beside Maya and eyes the folder on the table. "It's adult stuff," Maya tells her daughter. Then she looks at William. He nods. "Sterling's draft, but it doesn't have to be now." Maya settles Everly with crayons and a coloring book. Elijah joins her. With them distracted, William opens the folder. "It's simple," he explains. "It makes it official that I'm the father and that we'll build a plan together." Discreetly, Maya reads carefully. "No threats, no battles. It says you provide financial support, that we share major decisions, and that we coordinate visits," she summarizes. "Exactly," he confirms, offering her the pen. "We'll adjust anything you want." After hesitating, she signs. His heart jolts. He signs beneath her name. The air between them shifts. "So that's it," she murmurs. "It's something good." William says, squeezing her hand. So they never have to doubt anything. They look at the twins, oblivious. Everly painting her mermaid. Elijah humming to himself. For the first time, Maya's shoulders relax. Shall we get dinner? William suggests. They wanted pizza, she says. Perfect. They head downstairs together. Elijah tosses a coin into the fountain, wishing for a ton of toys. Everly makes a wish too. William laughs and hands them another coin each. At the pizzeria, they get a cozy table. The kids marvel at the illustrated menu. William realizes he can't remember the last time he sat in a restaurant this simple, and he feels he belongs exactly there. The pizza arrives. They juggle sauce-covered mouths, cups, and laughter. When I grow up, can I drive a huge truck? Elijah asks. Only if you don't run over any pizzas, William teases. Maya notices something rare. His phone remains face down, forgotten. All his attention is on them. Everly scoots close to him. I like eating with you, she says. I like eating with you too, he answers. A staff member recognizes William, but he simply nods and returns to the table. Maya feels a flicker of fear, headlines, exposure, but William places his hand over hers, steady. They're in this together. By the time they finish, the kids are wilting with sleep. Everly leans heavily on William's shoulder. I've got her, he says. They walk through the resort like a small family still forming. On Maya's floor, Elijah asks, Can you read us a story? Maya looks at William, surprised, but he nods. The children change for bed. Mermaid nightgown, shark pajamas. In bed, Everly holds her mermaid. Elijah hugs the plush dolphin. William reads slowly, with a calm voice, answering whispered questions. Maya watches. It doesn't feel forced, it feels right. Everly falls asleep leaning against him. Elijah fights it, then gives in. William tucks them under the covers. Good night, buddy, he says, smoothing Elijah's hair. In the next room, Maya whispers, They'll remember nights like this. I hope so, he replies. At the door, she adds, Reading to them. That means more than the document. It shows you're here. William can't find words big enough. He squeezes her shoulder gently and leaves. In the soft Maui hallway, he understands. Signing papers changes a life, but reading a bedtime story seals a commitment. The sun hasn't even risen when Cole, William's personal assistant, appears in the hallway with a serious expression. Mr. Westbrook, sorry to bother you so early. The Hamilton and Price audit was moved up. They found inconsistencies in a branch location and need you there to avoid a major penalty. William closes his eyes. If he doesn't go, it could jeopardize future deals. When do I need to be there? Tomorrow morning at the latest. Exhausted, he simply says, Thank you, Cole, get everything ready. A little after 9, he knocks on Maya's door. Everly clings to her mother's leg. Elijah holds a toy car. Do you guys want to spend the day with me? He asks, trying to sound light. The children cheer. Maya hesitates but agrees. They spend the day together. Pool, beach, a short trail. William holds Elijah's hand when he trips. Maya applies sunscreen on Everly while he adjusts the girl's hat. Between laughter and seashells, everything feels like the beginning of a new life as four, but the weight of his departure hangs in the air. At sunset, he pulls Maya aside. So you're leaving earlier than planned, she summarizes. I hate it, but yes, if I don't go, we could lose the merger. She breathes deeply. I understand. It's your responsibility. We'll be okay. Her understanding hurts more than anger would. I wanted a few more days with them, he admits. But I can come back as soon as everything stabilizes. Maybe this weekend. And I'll call every day, especially for them. I want a video chat with Everly and Elijah. They'll like that, she says, eyes glistening. That night, he invites them for dinner in his room. Chicken, fries, ketchup packets turning into swords in Elijah's hands. Everly ends up in his lap. When the plates are taken away, William kneels before the twins. I have to travel tomorrow, he explains, placing a hand on each small shoulder. But I'll call every day and come back soon. Travel where? Elijah asks. Far away because of work, but I'll be back soon. Everly's lips tremble. We like playing with you. And I like playing with you, he says. We'll play again soon. I promise. He walks them to Maya's suite, hugging them tight. Good night, my little explorers, he whispers, kissing each forehead. Then he faces Maya. I'll text you when I get to the airport and when I land. If you need anything, call me. We will. Safe travels. Before dawn, the black car is waiting. The resort fades through the window. Palm trees, balconies, the building where they sleep. At the airport, he goes through the motions, thinking of Everly's quiet tears and Elijah gripping his toy car tightly. When the plane takes off, he feels he's leaving something essential behind. When he lands, Cole and Sterling are waiting. "We need to go straight to headquarters," Sterling says. Regulators moved up the interviews. Hours turn into 7 days. Auditors, reports, meetings. In the chaos, he sends a video message to Maya. She replies with Everly showing a drawing and saying, "Daddy Will, look, I made a son." Between meetings, he calls whenever he can. Maya answers tired but smiling. The twins show seashells, drawings, a toy car Elijah nicknames Will Car. In the end, he wins. The company avoids the penalty. Champagne, handshakes. In past years, he would have stayed out celebrating. Now he steps out of the room and types, "Deal closed. I'm coming to you as soon as possible. I miss you so much." Then he handles the bare minimum. Cole confirms, "Your flight back to Maui is booked." William grabs his suitcase, almost running. 7 days later, he's back. The sky burns orange as the plane touches down. At the resort, a staff member informs him, "Mrs. Hart and the children extended their stay for 2 days. They're waiting for you on the beach." Relief floods him. He crosses the lobby with a racing heart. He sees Maya barefoot in the sand, Everly holding her hand, Elijah running toward the water. When she notices him, her face lights up. The children scream, "Will!" He kneels, opening his arms. Everly wraps herself around his neck. Elijah throws himself against his chest. Maya approaches, emotional. "You really came back. I promised, didn't I?" "You did," she answers, tears almost falling. He pulls her into a quick hug. She doesn't pull away. "We were supposed to leave this morning," she explains, "but I rescheduled for tomorrow. The kids wanted to see you again, and I thought you needed to end these days with them the right way." "Thank you," he says softly. "That means a lot to me." They spend the afternoon together, the twins showing him every seashell and drawing they made while he was gone. At night, with the children asleep, William and Maya adjust the details of the long-term plan and sit on the balcony, watching the moon reflected on the water. "I leave tomorrow," he says. "The team needs me in Scottsdale." "I leave too," she replies. "We're going back to Asheville, back to our routine. They'll need normalcy." A heavy silence settles between the two cities that separate them. "They'll be okay, William," Maya says. "Just don't disappear. They only need to know you always come back." He swallows hard. "I promise. And thank you for letting me be part of their world. I'll visit you soon." The next morning, the resort lobby is quiet, bathed in early light. At 7, Maya appears with Everly and Elijah, each holding a wooden toy. They look ready, but not happy. When they see William, their little faces fall. "Are you going now?" Elijah asks, voice trembling. "Just for a few days, champ," William replies, kneeling. "I'll call every single day. We'll pick a story to read on video call, okay?" Everly throws her arms around his neck with desperate strength. Maya watches, her heart open and breaking at the same time. William stands and looks at Maya. For a moment, it seems he might say something too big for that place, but he breathes in slowly. "Wait for me. I'm going to make this work. Video calls every day. I can reschedule trips, adjust commitments. I'm not going to disappear." Her eyes shine. "I believe you, William." He holds her hand, a simple touch, full of promise. "You're important. You all are. And I want to be part of this, not just as their father, as a man, as a partner, as whatever you'll allow me to be." She closes her eyes, feels it, breathes through it. "We'll figure it out slowly, one step at a time." William gently touches her face. It's intimate, tender, a farewell. The twins wrap around his legs, one on each side. "You'll come back for us," Elijah whispers. William closes his eyes for a second. "I will, and I'll visit you in a couple of weeks. I promise." Everly climbs into his arms, clinging to his neck. "Daddy, come back soon." The word daddy almost unravels him right there in the lobby. Maya lifts a hand to her mouth, swallowing emotion. She doesn't correct it. She lets it be born. "I'll come back to you," he promises. He looks at Maya one last time, as if leaving behind the most important thing he has ever found. "See you soon, Maya." And he leaves without looking back. They are no longer 3, not quite 4, not yet. 2 weeks later, their reunion. Asheville welcomes him with cloudy skies and gentle cold, the opposite of Maui. But his heart has never felt warmer. For the first time, he's arriving not as a CEO, but as a man going after the woman he loves. In the car, he watches narrow roads, wooden houses, the smell of artisan coffee drifting from tiny cafes. He's entering her world. When he stops in front of the modest building where Maya lives, his heart races. He sends a text. "I'm downstairs." The door opens. Maya steps out in a light coat, hair tied back, cheeks flushed from the wind. When she sees him, her face lights up in a way he has never seen. "You really came back," she whispers. "I said I would." She doesn't pull away when he approaches. In fact, she's the one who hugs him first. Tight, warm, intense, as if holding everything she tried to hide. He wraps his arms around her, feeling her quick breath, her heartbeat against his. It's a hug that says, "I missed you, come back always." Maybe this is how it begins. When they pull apart, Maya says, "The kids are with the babysitter. We have a few hours." "Then come with me," he smiles. "I've reserved something for us." He takes her to a restaurant atop a boutique hotel, with glass walls overlooking the Blue Ridge Mountains draped in blue mist. Low lighting, candles, live piano, a table just for them. "William, this is beautiful," she murmurs. "Not as beautiful as you," slips out of him. During dinner, they talk about the kids, their fears, the future, and how everything feels strange and wonderful. Maya laughs more than she expected. William watches her as if wanting to memorize every second. At one moment, he takes her hand. "Maya, I'm not here just as a father. I'm here because I fell in love with you." She swallows hard. "I fell in love with you too." He stands, walks around the table, and kneels. The restaurant falls silent. William opens a blue velvet box, a simple, elegant ring. "Maya heart, you and our children changed everything in me. I want to wake up and fall asleep next to you, build a home with you, be your partner, your family." He breathes in. "Marry me." Tears fall. She drops to her knees too. "Yes, yes, William, yes." He slips the ring onto her finger. They hug, laughing and crying all at once. Then he kisses her, deep, warm, full of promise. A kiss sealing their future, a kiss that feels like the beginning of a lifetime. When they part, Maya leans her forehead to his. "I love you," she says for the first time. "I love you too," he replies. They leave hand in hand, laughing like two people newly in love. The night is cold, but their hearts are far too warm to feel it. The babysitter meets them at the building entrance. "They're awake. I think they were waiting for you." As soon as he steps inside, two little figures sprint down the hallway. "William!" Everly hugs his leg. Elijah runs right after her. He kneels and they crash into his chest, knocking him onto the carpet in a pile of giggles. The smell of shampoo, their warm hands, their fast little hearts. Everything so family. "You really came back," Everly says. "You promised," Elijah adds. He holds them tight. "I'm never leaving you waiting for me again. Never." Then Everly's eyes widen at the sight of Maya's hand. "Mommy, your finger is shiny. Is that a princess ring?" Elijah asks. Maya blushes. William looks at all three and explains. "It's a special ring. I asked your mom to marry me today." The twins freeze for a second. "You're gonna marry him?" Everly shrieks. "We're gonna be a family?" Elijah yells. "Yes, sweethearts," Maya says, moved. "We're going to be a family." "Are you gonna live with us?" Elijah insists, holding William's face in his tiny hands. "We're going to live all together," William says. "In Asheville, in Scottsdale. We'll build a house full of laughter." Everly sighs dreamily. "I always wanted a big house that smells like pancakes." William laughs, and this time, the tears fall for real. He hugs Maya, Everly, and Elijah all at once. A big, warm, future-filled embrace. A hug with a name, family. 6 months later, the afternoon sun falls over Scottsdale, painting the mountains in copper and gold. The new Westbrook Hart home, modern and full of windows, pulses with laughter. Everly runs with a plush unicorn. Elijah chases her with a superhero cape. Maya, hair tied up in a messy knot, smiles softly. Life is intense, but light. She has stability, peace, love. William appears at the glass door, loosening his tie, his expression melting at the sight. "I'm home," he announces. "Daddy!" The twins shout, running to him. He lifts them, one in each arm, as if they weigh nothing. Maya steps close, placing a hand on his chest. "Long meeting." "Nothing that matters more than this," he replies, before kissing her slowly, with the certainty of a man who finally found where he belongs. In the softly lit backyard, the four sit together on the wooden porch, where William hung string lights that make the night feel magical. The kids eat ice cream. Maya rests her head on his shoulder, and the whole world finally feels in the right place. William looks at the three of them with the glow of a man completely transformed. "Thank you for this life," he says quietly. "You are my home." Maya squeezes his hand. "We just needed time to find each other again," she replies. "And now, we stay." Elijah, mouth covered in ice cream, raises his hand. "Do families stay together forever?" William smiles, emotional. "Forever, buddy. Forever. A family. A new beginning. A love that found its destiny." If this story touched your heart, leave a like, comment which moment moved you the most, and subscribe to Hearts Rewritten to enjoy more romances full of reunions, secrets, unexpected families, and endings that warm the soul. Your next favorite story begins right here.